The Quinte Wellness Sports Center in Melville for the first meeting of the year for the under 14 AAA Generals and Quinte. Parker Shaw in goal for the Generals, and we're not going to get the Quinte goalie as the long hair on the back covers up the name. So sorry about that. That goes down on first and the shot on net. Blocked away by Shaw into the corner. And then behind the net. Around the boards it goes. Going to get kept in here by Hutchings from the line, number 5. For Quinte back in behind the net. And to get it back here, right in front of the net. Hutchings is trying to get this in. Pick this from his own end. Over there for Clute, whose pass for Rod is broken up by the Hutchings from Oshawa. And dumps that back into the Quinte end. Chapman putting pressure on his man to try and take a turnover there in the zone. From behind that left side, up through center is Ethan Sterling now. Sterling from his own end will get it over here to the other side. Knocked down here by Clute, who moves it over as they try and flip this into the Oshawa end. Naish from behind his own net. Getting pressured on there. And it comes around the other side here for Naish again to try and get it out. Got to get it past Fisher and Rashad. Rashad is going off to the side, but he's not going to get to that ring around puck. Gallinaro went for the hit on the left side. Captain here from the blue line, a shot from the line. Here's a shot by Coughlin, a shot, and he scores from the blue line, and Quinte open up the scoring to make it 1-0. Off here from center, and Quinte win that draw. Around the boards, past the page, back into the corner, goes Kennedy after the loose puck. Conlon Kennedy from his own end. Drops it off there with a lead pass for Dobbs. Trying to tip it past Coughlin as it comes away through center. Dobbs trying to pick this one up here in the center ice zone. Dobbs will get around his man, but turn it over right before he reached the blue line. They're going for that pass for Foley, went over his stick. Back into the Quinte end here at center. Right in on goal. Going to get stopped up by Parker Shaw, and this one he's going to freeze up with Whalen coming in the blue paint. Irwin now take this draw just off to the right of Parker Shaw. A chance to clear it out of his own end. That's going to get kept in here. That went over the stick of Golly, who couldn't hold it in at the line. Over here to the other side as the Generals going off on a change. Right back in behind their own net. Coming from behind his own goal there was higher around the boards for Dobbs. He'll tip it out, and Golly had it in his feet. Still loose here from the side with Blowen and Bartlett. Jacob Bartlett got that pass up through center as they bring it in. He gets collided in between two Quinte players as it goes off in behind the goal now. Quinte get the opportunity to get this out of their own end with a lead pass. Up through center, knocked down by Davis from center ice. He feeds Blowen. And that dump in gets knocked down by Quinte as they bring it up over the line. Here comes a chance now for Sherwin to push this off to the right side. Sherwin gets bumped in behind the net and loses possession of the puck. Lead passes over the stick. Big pass there for Chapman, who tries to bring it in. Chapman a shot on goal, just missed over the blocker hand. Collision in behind the net, trying to keep that puck free. Here comes Quinte with a pass up through center. Staying onside, dumps it into the corner, ricochets out in front, and left there for Sterling from behind his own goal. Hard around the boards to tip it out. That's going to go down the ice, and we'll get our first icing call, and it'll come back into the Oshawa end. After that one right off the draw, here they come up through center though. They pass as Jackman's bringing it in up over the line. A shot! Just whistled it wide on the left side. Kept in by Naish from the blue line, but the shot got blocked. Sterling's coming back in his own end after the loose puck. He almost turned it over. Here comes a turnover now for Cybulski, who couldn't shoot it. Cybulski gets it back again though. He gets it back for Coughlin with a shot. Stopped there by Parker Shaw on the shot from the line. Lead pass off the boards. Jackman's not going to catch it before Coughlin though. Oshawa's off on the chain, so they bring this in with Sterling. Sterling tried to knock that down with some good hand-eye from the Quinte bench. He drops it off for Brandt, who couldn't take the pass. Now Sterling brings it in and gets collided there with Coughlin, Whalen, who took him down. Lead pass going over the stick of LePage, back into the Oshawa end. Blowen isn't behind him. He helped him out. Takes it from behind his own goal. Elliot Blowen had some pressure on him there by Sherwin as they try and get the puck away. Up off the boards for Jacob Bartlett. Bartlett lost control of it in the offensive end as Quinte get another opportunity to dump it back in. This one will go right in on goal and get steered off to the left by Shaw. Coming around the other side now. It's an opportunity for Rowat from behind the goal. Rowat getting some help there in behind the net to try and get that puck free in the offensive end for Quinte. Rowat gets it again. Back here to the line for Golly, who can't shoot. And his pass was out over the line and couldn't get it. Kept in by Scaletta. Up through center, picked up here by Quinte. He'll get collision over there by Fisher and turned over to Conlon Kennedy with a pass. Off the boards nicely for Davidson, who tips it the length of the ice. 10 minutes exactly left to go here in period number 1. Quinte holding on to the 1-0 lead right now. But Oshawa is here in the offensive end. Trying to do something here with the puck behind the goal. Picked off there, read nicely by Braden Davidson, trying to keep it in on the right side. There'll be a turnover there for Quinte though. The lead pass hit the back end of Kobe Heyer. This is going to be a race to the puck. And Parker Shaw wins it by playing it away. Fisher tried to keep it in. It was in the feet there of Jackman. He didn't see it. Now he gets it up there for Dobbs. Right back in behind the Oshawa net it goes for Emerson Davis to fire it around. Kept it. That's going to hop over the stick right there from the line. And now they got to try and re-enter in the zone. But big hit there by Heyer right here in front of us on Rashad. And we're getting our first penalty coming up here of the game. And it's going to go to Oshawa for the hit by Heyer. And there's another hit there in the corner by Quinte. So the ref calls the first penalty on Heyer for the hit, but not the hit there by Quinte that wound up drawing the penalty once Oshawa touched the puck. Quinte came up with a hit there in that left corner, but didn't get called. Face-off is off to the left of the Oshawa end. Harder on the boards. Kept in here by Coughlin. Coughlin will push it off here to the side for Foley now. Over here to the other side. A shot on goal is blocked there by Davidson, trying to get it out of his own end. It'll be collided right behind the goal. The goalie has to come out here to play this. Drop it back in behind the net, and that'll be an opportunity now for Quinte to get it out. A late pass up through center. Brought in up over the line by Cybolski. He's not going to be able to shoot, but keeps control of it. Cybolski to the other side for the captain for Quinte's shot. That didn't make it through. Good block on the way out and dumped down the ice. Golly's got to retrieve it back in his own end. He'll take the pass from the goaltender and drop it behind his own net. Taking his time back in behind the goal, who started out with a lead pass. Up through center, he's trying to bring this up over the line as Rowat. He'll get pinned off on the right side by Zach Nash. Rowat with the loose puck, trying to tip it back in behind the goal again. Bartlett's coming after it here on the right side to try and get it out. Sherwin back here to the blue line for Golly. To the other side, trying to get a shot through a screen and couldn't shoot it. Comes around the other side, kept in here by Golly again. Trying to get it out of his own end. There was Nace. That's going to roll right in and get covered up by Parker Shaw. Face-off was off to the right of the goal, trying to tip it out. Good job by Blowen. Tip that out over the line. And Quinte will pick this back up in their own end. A chance with 30 seconds left to go on their power play, leading this 1-1-0. That goes by LePage behind the net. And Davis picks it up. It's a hard around. Knocked down on the wall by Quinte. Back in behind the goal. Trying to convert on this power play on the penalty to Heyer and take a 2-0 lead. That shot goes wide though. Golly picks this up. Puts it back in behind the net there for Traxy. Traxy walks out. Stopped there by Parker Shaw right against the right side of the post. Traxy gets it back here to the blue line again. Penalty over to Kobe Heyer. Back in behind the net for Rashad. Rashad right in front over the stick. That leads to a chance back up the other way on a rolling puck for Dobbs. Dobbs trying to bring it in. He gets taken down there on the other side. Once he reached the offensive end, dropped off here by Rashad, up over the line. Whalen with a nice no-look pass. Was in the feet though. Here comes a chance back up the other way with Mason Gallinaro. Gallinaro brings it in. Shot on net is going to go in wide and carry him off the back end of the goal. Trying to put this around the net now. From the left side, trying to get it back here to the blue line. They do for Sterling, who's not going to shoot. He'll push it off to the right corner for Gallinaro. Gallinaro got punched, hit him behind the goal and knocked off his feet. Taken away here by Quinte with a lead pass. Got it up through center, and away they come up over the line with Rashad a shot. Blocked there by Zach Naish, and Gallinero comes in and takes down Rashad. Around the boards, it gets kept in here from the blue line. Rashad from behind the net, trying to outmuscle Sterling and got some help. Trying to get it over here on the right side, back here to the blue line, taken away by Brandt. Riley Brandt with the pass over there was broken up as Oshawa was off on a change. Right on goal, it's stick to the side by Parker Shaw. Almost 5 minutes left to go here in period number 1. The referee was in the way there and done some feeding, and we'll get a whistle. Face-off is coming off to the left of the Oshawa end. Taken away here by the Generals as they move it in. Trying to get around the checker. We're getting a penalty coming up. This one will come to Quinte, so the first Oshawa power play will come for interference. Is off to the right to start off this power play. Around the boards, Zach Naish couldn't hold it in. This leads to a chance back up the other way for Foley. He'll tip it off his stick at the line. Back from their own end comes Naish with it at center. Trying to flip it in there deeper into the Quinte end. This will be Sterling's puck now. Sterling will bump it off the boards to try and get it for Gallinero on the bouncing puck. Turned over to Riley Brandt, who couldn't shoot it from the slot area. Harder on the boards and out. Down the ice into the corner. From behind the net goes Sterling after the loose puck. Trying to get around his defender, he'll lead it in. Ethan Sterling from center ice. He leaves it there for Naish, who did a good job to flip this off the glass. This could lead to a breakaway opportunity if Shaw doesn't come out here to play it, and he does. And he played it past Fisher, but hit Jackman on the clearing attempt. From their own end. Back over here for Zach Naish. Naish's pass is crisp and clean up there for Jackman. Jackman's shot didn't miss a blocker hand by much. From behind the goal now. Trying to walk this out here from the corner. Jackman keeping control of it now. He'll walk it out and try and drop pass. Kept in here from the blue line. Now over here for Emerson Davis. Davis can't shoot it. Will push it back in behind the net again. Taken away by Quinte and not out. Good job to keep that in for that momentary second, but now dumped down the ice and right into Shaw, who will steer it off to his left. Right from behind his own goal goes Davis with a lead pass over the stick of Conlon Kennedy. Here comes Hutchings with that loose puck to try and put it in. Hutchings takes a bump in behind the goal as they try and dig that puck out. Hard around. Davis can't keep it in. It went around him and went back in behind the Quinte Oshawa net. Chapman pressured over here on the other side. We got 5 seconds left to go on the interference penalty. Davis with that loose puck. One more chance to get it out of his own end with a pass over here to the other side on the left end for Ethan Chapman. For Max Hutchings, who tipped it in. Hutchings tried to win that battle over here on the other side now. Higher, went for the hit to try and keep it in. Here comes 2, back up the other way. Sabolsky pass, he's in! Sabolsky can't bury it from the side, and we're getting a penalty from the side of the net. Penalty of the game for Kobe Higher. This one comes for interference from the side of the net. Hard around the net. Cupped in here from the line from Coughlin. Off to the other side now for Foley, who gets it back here for Coughlin again. To the other side, Foley right in front of the goal. Tipped wide from the side of the net by Cybolski. Cybolski gets it back. Now for Coughlin. He can't shoot it. Keeps control of it and gets it back here to the blue line. Here's a shot right on goal, up and into the netting, and out of play by Colson. Now is off to the left of the goal, hard around. Going to get kept in here from the blue line. Here comes Scaletta. He's not going to be able to shoot it. Right in front. Stopped there with the right pad of Shaw, trying to find it. And he finds it just in time to cover it up. Owen's going to take this draw. One there by Oshawa, backhanded out. Kept in by Scaletta, who can't shoot. Over here to the other side now. A shot by Colson is going to get tipped wide. From behind the net. Going to walk it out back here for Scaletta. His shot is stopped there by Shaw. Still loose here from the side. And can't get it out. Scaletta keeps it in. To the other side for Colson now. He'll push it off to the left side behind the net. Hard around here for Scaletta again. Scaletta. Right back down low. Back for Scaletta again. Scaletta shot. Stopped there by Shaw. Trying to find his own rebound. Sterling trying to get to it. Back here for Scaletta. To the other side for Colson. He tried to knock it down. Zach Naish from behind the net. Fires it around. It'll get kept in here by Scaletta from the line. Scaletta shot. And hit his own player and went wide. Kept in by Colson. Colson takes it from behind his own net now. And we'll set it up in front. Kept in here from the blue line. Pushed right back in behind the goal there for Zach Niche. It'll go over his stick. Coming around the other side now for Scaletta. Scaletta, shot. Stopped it by Shaw. And it went in behind him, but into the corner. 10 seconds left on the penalty to Hire. Right in front, left pad stopped there by Shaw. On the redirection out of front, and he'll cover it up. Josh gets one deep in the Oshawa end. Out around the boards, gets kept in here by Golly. Penalty over, but there's still a chance of shot. It's not Thurston. Good job there to block it out in front by Davis. Still loose here from the side for LePage as he's trying to win the battle. LePage and Bartlett all on it, trying to get it out. Now Gallinaro flips it, trying to get it to himself around Scaletta. Right back in behind the net. It gets chipped behind the goal. Trying to race after this puck there was LePage back in that corner. Setting it up here to the other side to try and fire it out. That's a late pass through center ice. It's going to get knocked down. Big hit there on the other side by Gallinaro, though. From their own end, Zach Niche. 20 seconds left to go here in period number 1 as that goes off to the corner. From behind their own net. Around the boards it goes here for Quinte to try and tip it out. Went over the stick of Sterling. Trying to get back here in time was Jackman, and he does. He's got to get around Cybulski to get it out of his own end, and that is going to do it for period number 1. An early goal by Quinte. We'll have them up by 1 goal as that final shot on goal gets gathered in the Oshawa crest by Parker Shaw. We go to the period number 2 with the Generals down by 1. We have to start off period number 2 here from the Quinte Wellness Sports Center. The McKay rink dumped in there by Hutchings to lead off period number 2. From behind the net, coming around the left side. That'll go all the way down here into the corner. Munnings. Hard around the boards here to try and tip it out. Knocked down here by an opportunity by Oshawa. Chapman will try and put it back in. Sterling fires it around. Munnings is going to try and keep this in here for Quinte, but he does his job and kept it in. Right back into the corner. Cybulski went after it. Coming around the other side here for Oshawa, trying to flip it out. That goes over the stick of Munnings right in on goal. That'll get steered off to the left. Munnings is going to have Braden Davidson on him, so good job by Munnings to spin away. Sherwin picks it up. Getting up there with Sparks. Sparks as well, joining the rush. Tip past him. Still loose here from the side for Sterling with a lead pass. That's up here for Elliott Bluin. Just over his stick, and Munnings got it here for Sparks. Bluin trying to win this race here in the corner. Has a man in the front. Nobody there. He attempted a pass for Bartlett out in front of the goal. Taken away here by Quinte and fired down the ice. Right back into the corner. It's going to slide all the way down and go for icing. Now is off to the left of the Quinte end. Fired all the way around the boards. Good pass. Got it up there for Whalen, who now accepts it and walks in. And great stop. Might have got the toe on it there by Parker Shaw as he was able to stop Whalen. Right back in from behind the left side. It'll come around the other side now. Whalen trying to win this battle and get another opportunity here from behind the net. Now we're getting another Oshawa penalty coming up. Here's a shot right on goal, steered aside by Parker Shaw. So it'll be the 3rd power play coming up here for Quinte. Face-off is off to the right of the goal. Back here to the line for Coulson with a shot. It goes in wide. Trying to get it back here to the blue line now. Coughlin can't shoot it, but he keeps control. Coughlin will get it back. Over here for Coulson. Coulson shot. Nice glove hand stop there by Shaw, who finds it through a maze of players and holds on to it. Face-off is coming off to his left of the goal. Right off to the left side of the net. One there by Oshawa. Zach Niche will tip it over here for Sterling. Trying to get it back here to the blue line. It gets kept in. Taken away by Oshawa as they send it down the ice. Right back into the corner it comes as he's trying to come after it. Take hit there by Jackman as they tried to knock him off the puck. Jackman picks it up again, firing it, pushing it off to the corner. There goes Coughlin after it. Coughlin from behind the net. Jackman trying to get around the defender. Here comes an opportunity for Quinte to bring it in. Big hit there in the zone. Gets back up to his feet. Harder on the boards now. Here comes a chance now for Braden Davidson coming after Scaletta to try and get this loose puck. Up here for Colson now. Colson from his own end. Will try to start an end-to-end rush here for Colson. Off to the left side. Takes it back in behind the Oshawa goal and keeps control of it. Back here to the other side for Scaletta. Scaletta shot. Good block. Hit Dobbs on the way through. Trying to keep this on the left side now. Back here to the blue line for Scaletta. He's not going to be able to shoot it as it goes into the right corner. From the left side, trying to walk out. Good sweep away. And that leads to an opportunity now for Dobbs to split through center. But he gets knocked down here against Moat. Sparks and Bluen going after the puck. Golly here. Going up against Dobbs, who takes a hit. Right back in behind the Quinte net it goes. Owen Dobbs trying to put offensive pressure on here. Lead pass going over the stick. Here comes a chance now for Whalen to bring it in. Whalen, drop pass is taken away by Oshawa. Lead pass for Gallinaro. Mason Gallinaro trying to catch up to the puck. He's in! Stopped there and couldn't bat in his own rebound. Top gets one by Quinte. Lead pass up through center. Knocked down here from center ice against Davis. Put back in. Here comes Munnings with it. He'll take a hit by Gallinaro after making the play. Here it is for Whalen up over the line. Pushing it in deep. Whalen going after his own puck behind the goal. Takes a hit in behind the net. Now picks it up. Whalen. Try to get it back here to the line there for Munnings and couldn't shoot the puck. Back up they come the other way with Jackman to try and get through against Munnings. From behind the net around it goes. Kept in here by Gallinaro. Big hit there at the other side. Here comes a 2-on-1. Back up the other way here for Quinte. And we'll get an offside call. Off gets one there by Quinte. Over here for Colson. Colson will dump this in right in behind the net. Coming around the boards here, hipping over the stick. Hutchings trying to get it out of his own end. Here's a knockdown here by Colson in his own zone. Colson tried to dump it in. Knocked down here by Conlon Kennedy in his own end. He tried to get it out. Got knocked down though by Fisher. Right at the blue line as he pushed it back in. LePage, lead pass up here for Davidson with a pass, tipping it in. Colson with the loose puck, getting it out through center. Kennedy is a turnover from behind the net as it hopped over the stick on the right side. See, 2-on-2 battle to try and dig the puck out, and it's Quinte that get it, trying to jam it out in front. Big stop there by Parker Shaw, and the net comes off the moorings for a face-off. Face-off is fired wide there past Parker Shaw. Right back in from behind the net, trying to jam it out in front and can't shoot it. And we'll get another whistle as once again the net comes off the moorings. Face-off off to his left. One quick shot on net, it hit his stick and went in wide. Trying to win this battle here on the right side. He can't throw it up in front. Walking away from his man, back here to the blue line now. Over here to the other side now for Scaletta, who can't shoot it. It'll be back in behind the net here for Quinte. Trying to move this from out of his own end with a lead pass. Gets knocked down here by Scaletta, who puts it past Whalen down the ice and in the corner, and will get a whistle. Faceoff gets one in the Quinte end. Trying to push it back in behind the goal. Taking off his feet there was Munnings as he made the hit. Trying to push it around the boards. Big hit there at the line by Hire. But that leads to something back up the other way. Lead pass off the boards here for Ethan Jackman to try and tip it in. Jackman's got to try and get around Munnings for an opportunity. He takes his man into the boards. Brandt 1-for-1 as well. That goes behind the net. Jackman trying to win this battle. Back here to the blue line for Emerson Davis. Davis will push it off to the side, trying to backhand it away. Jackman out in front. Higher. He'll push it off to the left side. Harder on the boards, not out. Fisher gets the opportunity. He'll chip it high off the glass. Good job by Kobe Hire to keep that in. From their own end, he'll dump it away. Knocked down by Davis here at center. Had to find it in his feet, and Gallinaro helped him out. From his own end now. Hard pass off the boards. Tipped the length of the ice by Chapman back to the corner. That's almost a turnover here on the left side to try and dump it out. From behind the net there is Munnings trying to backhand this away. It's Conlon Kennedy to try and find it there against Traxy. From their own end, they'll fire it around. That's going to go down the ice. And back into the corner goes Condon Kennedy after it. He's going to lose this race as they try and get it back here to the blue line over the stick. Knocked down here by Coughlin as he puts it back in. From behind their own goal now, it's Oshawa picking it up. Looking for this lead pass up through center. Trying to tip it in the zone now for an opportunity cleared off the boards. That was Sparks who tried to put it in and couldn't do so. Here comes a chance now for Braden Davidson with a tip pass. Up here for Chapman, trying to make his way through. He puts it behind the net there for Hutchings as he tried to get it back here to the blue line with a backhand pass. Right on goal is getting gathered up and held on to. Bartlett's going to take this offensive draw. Tip past him. Here comes a chance. Back up the other way for Whalen to try and get around Zach Naish. Whalen puts the brakes on, but his shot goes in wide. Picking it up now for Quinte. Back here to the blue line again. He can't shoot. Pushes it off to the side there for Sterling to try and get after that loose puck. Hard around the boards there for Elliott Blowen to try and tip it out to himself. Big hit there by Bartlett on the other end to try and put it in. They're digging away at the loose puck. And now it finally comes free and Bartlett gets a pass. Trying to get through here is Owen Dobbs. From behind or on the other side. Captain here by Elliott Blowen. Blowen tried to get it here for Dobbs. And Blowen trying to get through that loose puck. Bartlett can't shoot it to the net. Bartlett again! Just fired that one in wide. Coming around the other side now. Captain by Sterling with the right skate. Bartlett trying to keep it in the left side. From behind the goal, trying to win the battle. It comes free for Colson, who puts it around and out past Naish back into the Oshawa end. Taking it from his own zone, he starts this out. Sterling with a lead pass, brought in by Jackman, offside. Now is just off to the left of the Oshawa end. Trying to walk this out, gets it back here to the blue line. A shot on goal is going to hit a stick and go in wide from behind the goal again. Tipping it out here against Raleigh Brant. Brant's lead pass for Gallinero as he tries to get through. He got Jackman in behind him. Jackman can't get one to the front of the net as Scaletta blocked him off. Jackman hurt around the boards. Captain here by Hire, good job. Shot on net. Almost hit his own player right in front of the goal. Hard out and out. Emerson Davis is on it. Davis off the boards. Tipped in the length of the ice. And now Hire had to pick up that bouncing puck in his own end. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the second period. No scoring here in the second. And a goal by Quinte early in the first period is our only goal scoring. Scaletta with this loose puck, a lead pass over the stick of Sparks and offside. Just outside of the Quinte blue line. One here by Oshawa. Chapman drops it off. To the other side, they're going to look for an open lane with a lead pass. Redwell on the other end, but taking a bump there at the penalty box area is Max Hutchings. Trying to dig that puck free and get some help. Right back into the zone. Munnings on his backhand. Got it up for Sparks. It went over the stick all the way down the ice. And no icing. From his own end, Kennedy tried to put it around here for Max Hutchings, who was getting tangled up. Hutchings tried to get it out of his own end. Kept in here by Quinte with a shot. Got stopped there by Shaw. Got his stick up at in front of the goal so that no Quinte player would come in his vicinity looking to poke home a loose puck. Off is won by Quinte. Trying to backhand this back in behind their own goal. Firing it around here to try and tip it out. Knocked down here by Quinte as they try and put it back in the zone. Wrapped around the net. Hutchings trying to get one from out of his own end as that comes here to the other side. On that right corner, it goes back in behind the net again for Sterling after it. It'll come over here for Braden Davidson to try and tip it out of his own end, and that's going to go nowhere as they try and dump it out. Kept in here by Whalen. His shot goes wide. Trying to get it up here for Hutchings as they try and dump it in. Here comes a shot, hitting a stick out in front and over the stick here from the line. Knocked down here by Colson at center ice. Colson over here to the other side now for Coughlin. Coughlin puts it in. They try and tip it out. It got knocked down there by Quinte as they try and shoot that one on net. It gets gobbled up there by Parker Shaw as they hold on to it. Faceoff gets won by Quinte. Shot on net. Right to the front of the goal. Here comes Scaletta. Shot. Not going to get through. Oshawa get the opportunity to clear with a pass for Bluin. Elliot Bluin trying to get around Scaletta. Shot! Stopped there and held on to. Trying to win this draw. It's right here in front of it. Bluin a shot! Hit a stick, went up in the air and gets caught out of the air by the Quinte goalie. Bartlett lost the draw. Backhanded in behind the goal. Here comes a chance to try and walk it out. Goes back into the blue line for Kobe Hire. Back in behind the goal for Elliot Bluin. Rashad trying to dump it out. Bartlett tried to knock it down along with Hire and couldn't get it out. Hire can't get there to the other side. 3-on-1. Back up the other way now. Shot. Left pad stopped there by Shaw. And no rebound. Face-off now is off to the right of the Oshawa end. One there by Quinte. Pushing this back in behind the net, trying to walk it out. Here's jamming it in front of the goal, and once again the net comes off the moorings in behind Parker Shaw. Now is off to his right, trying to tip this out. Kept in here by Quinte. A shot to the front of the goal is going to go in wide. It's back in behind the net. They're trying to do something around the puck as they try and push it around. Getting knocked down here on the other side as it picked up here by Quinte as they try and dump it back in. Right back in behind the net it goes. Picked up here by Davis to try and get it out. Spinning it around on his backhand to get it over here for Riley Brandt. Brandt couldn't get to it. There's a shot on goal. Skipping in wide past the left pad area. Back here to the blue line now for Munnings, who couldn't shoot it. From behind the goal now. Big hit there by Hire as he tried to do something with the puck. Kobe Hire will get it. And we're going to get a whistle and a penalty coming for holding. Faceoff goes off to the right of Parker Shaw. Found by Oshawa and dumped down the ice back into the corner. Leaving it from behind his own goal with a holding penalty to Kobe Hire. It's his third penalty of the game. Colson with a lead pass. Trying to bring this up over the blue line now. He takes it from behind the net. Keeping control of it back here for Colson. A shot on goal. It's blocked away by Shaw and still loose there from the side. Bluin will tip this away. Elliot Bluin trying to get to this loose puck first. He's getting around the defender. As it rolls in on net, we'll get a whistle. To take this draw from behind the net. Tipped around the boards now. Trying to find an open lane to fire it out. Scaletta on his backhand will get it away. They'll move it up. 20 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Here's a shot. That goes in wide past the blocker hand of Shaw. Kept in. Shot from the line is scooped up by Parker Shaw and held on to. Face-off is off to his right. Bluin trying to get it out of his own end. Knocked down here by Quinte as they try and tip it back in the zone. Zach Nash taking it from behind his own net to try and find an open lane and hits his own player on the way through, and that does it for period number 2. 1-0 Quinte to go to the third period. Kickoff third period action now from the Quinte Wellness Sports Center in Belleville. Here comes a chance now to start off period number 3. Quinte still up 1-0, and a power play that comes over from the second period. Coughlin will pick up that loose puck to start off our third period now. Bluin try to put pressure on his man. Got it up there for Scaletta to try and get through. Here he's going to get hit into the boards against Nash. Rowat with a nice drop pass for man coming around the other side. Colson is going to be able to shoot this. Tipped on the way through behind the net. Right in front of the goal. That one-timer went over the stick. That leads to a chance now for Dobbs, who dumps it past Colson and down the ice. Kills off more time on this penalty. Bluin trying to do something here shorthanded from behind the net on the left side. From their own zone, Colson will keep this from his own end with a lead pass. Penalty's over. That leads to a chance now to bring it in for Ethan Sterling, who's getting hooked up with no penalty. Trying to find that loose puck there with Sterling on the other end. And we'll get a whistle on an offside. Face-off from center gets pushed into the corner. All the way from behind the net. Here comes Jackman to try and set it up in front. Off on the other side there, it goes behind the goal. Trying to dig that puck out from behind the net is Jackman. He can't set it up in front, and it's taken away here by Quinte. They'll lead this from their own end. Out there with Cybulski, he'll lose it. LePage tried to dump it in, and Riley Brandt as well. Cybulski tried to get it off the boards here for some help. Digging through some feet there is Elijah LePage to try and get the puck free, along with Gallinaro, and it finally comes out from their own end. Riley Brandt tried to tip it back in the zone. Chapman tried to do something here with the puck up through center. Take it over. Here comes Kobe Hire up over the line. He'll lose control of it once he reaches over the line. That gets knocked down all the way back into the corner. Davis will scoop it up. Emerson Davis with a lead pass off the boards, using it to his advantage against Hutchings. Trying to put it in his own end. There was Chapman who rolls it in, and that gets covered up and held on to. South now is off to the left of the Quinte end. Oshawa trailing this one 1-0. The lone goal scorer coming in period number 1. Davis is coming after his man. Trying to push him off here to the left side. We're trying to throw it up in front. Clute is coming up here from the line to try and do something here with it. Here's a shot tipped in wide. Coming off the back end boards here as that goes off the side of the goal. Around the boards here for Davidson. He'll tip it out. Racing after it here comes an opportunity for Gallinaro to bring it in as he pushed it off to the side behind the goal. Harder on the net. Braden Davidson tried to keep it in. He can't get one to the front of the net. Big hit there by Naish as he took his man down. Over here to the other side. Here comes Sterling up through center for Naish, who tips it in from their own zone. Clute with a lead pass for Rashad. Rashad tried to make his way through on a rolling puck. Rashad brings it all the way in and rolls it in on net to get covered up here by Shaw. Now to take this draw for Quinte in the offensive end. Oshawa won it. Goes back into the corner again for Fisher. Fisher tried to win this battle from behind the net, right in front of the goal, taken away here by Oshawa. Let out here by Owen Dobbs, who tried to bring it in. He takes a hit there by Rashut as he puts it back in behind the goal. Trying to walk it out in front here. Bartlett was waiting for a pass in the slot area that couldn't get to him. Good job here by Dobbs. Right in front, blew in a shot, kicked off to the right. Dobbs tried to win this battle on the right side now. Big hit there, kept in here by Oshawa, trying to get that loose puck. And it's Elijah LePage dumping it in. Back into the corner it goes. That's going to be Colson after it, trying to tip it up through center. That goes up into the Quinte bench and out of play. Face off getting one there. Back here to the blue line for Conley Kennedy, who can't shoot. Putting it back in behind the net now. Trying to win this battle here on the left side. Tipping it out through center. It'll come here through center ice to try and shoot one on net. That goes over the blocker hand of Shaw. Captain here by Foley, who can't get one to the front of the net. Foley gets taken into the boards here by Jackman. Not going to get to the front of the net. Elijah LePage after that rolling puck. LePage will dump it in right into the corner off to the right side. From behind the goal, Quinte will scoop that up. Off the boards here for Foley, going over his stick. Back into the corner for icing. Face-off is off to the left of the Quinte end. Max Hutchings try to get it there for Davidson. In behind the goal, they try and tip this out. That's up through center that gets knocked down by Chapman. Ethan Chapman with this puck through center ice to try and put it in. From his own end, good job to spin away from the checker with a lead pass. Knocked down here by Kobe Hire at center as he dumps it in. Right back into the corner here for Quinte as he slaps it around the boards. Hire trying to keep this in from the line. From behind the goal, that's going to be an opportunity now from that right corner for Generals to try and dig that puck free. It's a big scramble over there. Davidson's in there as well to try and get it out. Taken away here by Quinte though. Here comes Munnings with that loose puck. Takes down Hutchings as he dumps it in. From behind the goal. Here comes a chance to skate out for Hire. Hire trying to get around Fisher on his backhand. Got it up. Up there for Bartlett, who tips it the length of the ice. Harder on the boards. Hire's going to cut this off on the left wall. Taken away here by Quinte as they move it out. From their own end, it gets knocked down here by Hire as he backhands it away. Elliott blowing after this loose puck. He'll try and dump it all the way in. That's going to go over the stick and go behind the net. Left and behind the goal there for Colson, who got it out of his own end. Late pass for Rashut. Rashut is going to come in and shoot it. Stopped there by Shaw, and no rebound. Ski will take this draw here in the Oshawa end. Here comes Golly, a shot. Stopped there by Shaw, and no rebound as Cybulski was looking for it out in front. Golly Shot on net. Redirected in wide. Picked up here in the corner. Back here to the blue line. Shot on goal is scooped up there by Shaw and held on to. Face off now is off to his left from behind the goal. Here comes the chance now for Gallinaro to slap it away past Galetta. This leads to Riley Brandt trying to bring it in. Getting up there with Jackman. A pass for Jackman just out of his reach on the left side. And bumped there into the left side corner. Shot goes wide by Naish. High and wide over the boards. Trying to find this loose puck. Backhand shot. Can't get one to the front of the goal. It's in the left corner now. Trying to help out to get that puck free. Quinte get it out of their own end, and here comes a chance. Bringing it up over the line comes Sparks up over the blue line. Sparks a shot to the net. It's right to the front of the goal and couldn't bury it. It laid right in front of the goal waiting to get poked in, and Oshawa just got rid of it before poking it out of danger. Here comes Munnings. Up over the line. He saw that there was a player in, so he took his time to dump it in the zone. Zach Naish will try and flip this away. Getting it up there for Chapman along with Brandt as well. Brandt getting up there against Whalen. Knocked down here by Clute from his own end. Up off the boards. Knocked down here by Ethan Sterling to try and flip it in. Approaching almost 7 minutes left to go in the game. 1-0 in favor of Quinte. Our lone goal scorer in the first period. Foley dropping it off now for Munnings. Munnings in on goal. That's going to get covered up by Shaw as it laid there in the blue paint area. Face-off now is off to his left and stays in the Oshawa end. Max Hutchings right in the battle here against Coughlin. Here's a shot by Rashid that's going in wide. Tried to get it out there again for Rashid and couldn't get it out. That gets knocked down with a high stick by Coulson. But they're going to let that go. Coulson takes it back in his own end. Here he comes up through center, backhanding it away. They'll bring it up over the line where he loses his footing. Rashid will get that again. Now for Coulson. To the other side, that pass was in the feet of Coughlin, but he took it anyways off the boards. Trying to dump it back into the Quinte end. Blowen was over there to try and do something with it. They'll bring this up over the line as he's going in with some speed is Whalen. Whalen takes it from behind the net now. He can't drop a pass back, so it goes off to the corner. Elliot Blowen coming after that loose puck again. Trying to tip it out of his own end along with Bartlett. Dumping it deep in the zone, right on goal, gets kicked off to the right. Bartlett trying to find it on the other side. Here trying to get it up here for Cybulski as he brings it in. Cybulski will come up over the line with a shot on net, just missing the right pass. Here comes a shot by Golly, who fired in wide. Kept in here from the blue line. Walking it out from the slot. Golly, shot, nice block by Dobbs. Here comes Dobbs again. Owen Dobbs looking for a breakaway now. Fired it in wide over the glove hand. From behind the goal, it's off the back of the net. Hard off the boards now. Oshawa trying to dump this in the zone. Riley Brandt coming after the loose puck as well. Jackman with the loose puck. His pass was over there and tipped in by Sterling as they find it at center. Over here now for Kobe Heyer. He's in the right defense, trying to dump it away. Sparks is after it as well as Brandt, trying to dump this in. Good job here by Braden Davidson. Davidson up over the line. Takes a hit there at the blue line as he entered his way in. All the way back into the Oshawa zone is Zach Naish. Naish from his own end with a lead pass is tipped in. Hard off the boards and it goes down for icing. Chapman's now going to take this draw just off to the right of the Quinte end. Good job to win it back here for Sterling. A shot. It'll go in wide. Trying to keep this in here was Naish. From the line, it's Hutchings as well. He'll put it back in behind the net. Here comes the chance to fire it around. Knocked down out of front. Hutchings was trying to find it and will get a whistle. Faceoff gets won by Oshawa in the offensive end. Trying to do something here with the puck. Taking it from behind his own goal to start this out. Tipped off his stick there by Zach Naish. He'll dig away at it to try and get it free. Naish is digging with everything he's got to try and help out Braden Davidson to get the puck in the zone. That'll get flipped in. Clute from his own end is going after it. He'll drop it back to the other side as they'll look for an open lane on that right corner. Around the boards here for a chance. On the left side, it's going to get hit into the boards. Oshawa trying to win this battle from in behind the net. Taken away here by Munnings. On his backhand, he can't get it out. Good job by Sterling. A shot on net. It's going to hit a player right in front. Chapman's going to come after it and try and tip it in. Hutchings went for the hit. Kept in here by Sterling, who puts it back in behind the net and behind the goal. Zach Nash tried to get it here on the other side. He'll tip it out as that goes over the stick up, blowing down the ice and into the corner. Comes Chapman after it. Chapman will drop it back there for Ethan Sterling now. Sterling will lead this from his own end. He'll dump this deep into the corner and back in behind the net. Coming around the other side to try and dump it out. Skating it out here for Quinte as they tried to bring it in. That gets up off the Oshawa bench and out of play. One there by Oshawa. Trying to dump this in the zone. There was LePage back in behind the net. Here comes a chance here to do something with the puck. It'll get cut off on the wall. A shot to the goal gets blocked. Bartlett trying to find it on the other end. Hard out. Got kept in here by Oshawa, but now tipped away. Here comes a chance to race after the puck here for a shoot. Stopped there by Shaw. Great glove hand stop there by Parker Shaw. Keeps this within reach at 1-0. Seth is off to the left. Back here to the blue line. Shot on net. Isn't going to get through. Kobe Heyer's got to go off to the side. Gallinaro lost his footing. Now back up to his feet. Here comes a chance now for Ethan Jackman from his own end. Jackman eluded a hit and dumped it in. Right on goal. Steered off to the right. Off goes Parker Shaw to the bench. From their own end is Emerson Davis now. Davis will backhand it away. An extra attacker right there for Oshawa now. Here comes a chance to dump it in. It'll get knocked down with a right skate of Kobe Heyer here in front of us. Heyer to the other side for Davis as he tried to dump it in for Chapman, who can't go with it. Line change here for Oshawa as they bring it in. Riley Brandt trying to get this on the other side. Picked up by Quinte and sent down. Good job by Nash to put his body in front of that. Now Riley Brandt will dump it in. Trying to find that loose puck on his backhand. He puts it deep in the zone. We're approaching a last minute. 1:10 left to go. Another long shot at the net is going into the goal over Sterling to make it 2-0. Empty netter puts this one away for Quinte to make it 2-0, but Oshawa not quitting. Here's a shot. Stopped there with a left pad by the Quinte goalie. Goes behind the net. On the last minute of play now. Shaw's back in. Here comes a chance now for Zach Nash from center ice. He'll dump it in. Back in behind the Quinte net that goes. Keeping it from behind his own goal. They'll start this out. Knocked down here by Hutchings as he backhands it back in. Flipping it out through center. Knocked down here by Sterling as they try and dump it in. Hutchings again here from the line. Tried to hold it in. Sterling couldn't get to it. Here comes a chance to try and bring it in up over the line. Back here to the blue line. Here's a shot. That gets blocked there by Max Hutchings. Tried to get it up there against Traxy as well. Sterling with it now to try and dump it in. He fires it to himself. Sterling can't shoot one to the net though. Knocked down this time though by Zach Nash at center ice. Nash to the other side. They're going to look for an open lane. That's going to do it for the game. The Quinte goalie is going to pick up a shutout here in the game. A goal in period number 1. And then that empty netter right there at the end puts this one away for Quinte as they shut him out 2-0. Thank you for watching. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman. And a very special thank you to the under 14 AAA Oshawa team as well, who put in a lot of money to help me get this new camera here. That's going to really help me here in the coming months before the end of the season. So thank you so much. I really appreciate what they did for me. Once again, have yourself a great day.